Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Dark Avenger Live, episode 52.
Yep.
Not to be confused with the new 52, which we will not talk about.
Oh.
We have enough of that back here. Anyway, San Diego Comic-Con is officially over now. We got lots of news to talk about. I think we talked a little bit about a couple of things last week, if I'm not mistaken. We talked about the stuff we already knew about.
Right.
Oh, no, wait. That's impossible. Yes, we did Zone 4 last week, so there was no episode last week.
Yeah.
I'm completely here. Well, the good news is most of the live people aren't here yet. If you're watching this off live, what a good way to start the show. So we did talk about a couple of things on Zone 4. If you would like to go check it out, myself, Michael, and Brent, we actually did a Zone 4 episode last week talking about the stuff that had just come out of San Diego Comic-Con. Now we have all the full news. We talked about it also on Frontline, so I don't want to spend too much time talking about it. But again, I do want to, discuss it a little bit more. We had a lot of people on Frontline Live. We all shared our opinions, but maybe go into a little more detail about the stuff I really like. Although I have to be honest, and we talked about our top favorite news pieces, and to be honest, I liked everything. Nothing really had a hierarchy. Like, I liked this best. I liked that best. Not really. Everything that we saw, all the news we got, really, all of it was, let me just fix that because doesn't you feel a little lopsided?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay. Everything we saw, we would just really enjoy.
Everything was good.
So, I mean, if it was news I didn't care about, obviously, I just didn't care about it. But if it was news I cared about, like, comic books or certain movies, I liked it. There was really no hierarchy, and there was a lot more movie news than comic news. But then again, if you think about it, New York Comic-Con, a lot of the comic news comes.
There's going to be a lot of those.
Oh, I have a feeling this year. I can't wait. I'm personally excited for
too.
Comic-Con this year. I mean, we're both going, by the way. I think I mentioned this on another live show. I did.
You did.
I did.
There's a special edition that says you are going to New York Comic-Con.
Right. I did.
See, this is why you need me for these things.
I don't need you.
Yeah, you do.
You need me.
I didn't.
Exactly.
Continue.
I will. I certainly will. So before we get into this, I'll be honest with you guys. When I was thinking about this live show today, the first thing I was saying was, I'm thinking of all the stuff that I've already outlined for 300, which will be 2 weeks away after this week's books, which, by the way, there will be a haul video tonight. I will film it, I promise. The haul video is what's late now. We got to get the haul video back on time. But all day I'm sitting around thinking, I'm like, do I really? I am so excited about a lot of the news that I've been concocting and the things that I'm planning that it's like, do I want to give a tidbit away? Do I want to make a mention, one little announcement, one something? And I stopped myself. I said, no. 2 more weeks, you could do it. Just get through July. You get into August. August 1st and 2nd, and you're gonna have a blast. So I'm biting my tongue, guys. I'll be honest with you. There was a point today where I was like, maybe I'll show something. Maybe I'll talk about something. I'm sorry. In the end, I can give you guys a really funny story that happened to me at work this week that you laughed about.
Oh, that.
That. Okay. I was talking with a coworker. No secret word. Yeah. So I was talking with a coworker about you, not the comic as much as one of the characters in the comic, which was a Chog. Now we all know what a Chog is. Anybody who reads Chew knows what a Chog is. It's a cross between a frog and a chicken. It was introduced fairly early in the series, which I still have not read the very beginning of the series. I'd love to read it.
No, weren't you towards the beginning?
Middle.
Oh,
I started 2 story arcs ago.
Oh, I thought it was okay. Never mind.
So anyway, and I mentioned Chog, and everybody got quiet, and they're laughing. I'm like, what? And they're like, what's a Chog? That sounds like something you find in an R-rated shop. And I'm like, no. I pull my phone out and I find a picture immediately of a Chog, and I show them, and then it makes them laugh even more.
How do you get that?
So anybody who's wondering why I posted that, because I got a couple of people going, Chris, are you okay, or are you advertising for Chew on your Facebook? I'm not advertising for Chew. I just thought it was a hilarious thing So I posted a picture of a Chog, and ironically, the two people that we were in the joke actually liked the picture too. It was hilarious. Speaking of Chew, I think it's yep, here it is. I will show one thing because it's probably not going to be in the haul video. I did finally get a physical copy of Chew issue number 50, so I'm happy. I'm going to be collecting the series physically from issue 50. I believe there's only 10 issues left.
Really?
The rumor is, well, not the rumor, everybody says that Chew is ending with issue 60, so in 10 more months, Chew is going to be over. So I know there's omnivores that collect 10 comics each, and then there's the big one that collects 20 comics each. I'm in the market to try to trade paperback my way up to issue 50 and then single issue my way all the way to 60, and that's it. This is kind of like lock and key for me. You guys know I got like the first 4 trade paperbacks and then the rest of the series. I got the single issues like this. But I really like this cover. I like the wraparound. Whoop. Oh, I'll pick that up in a minute. The wraparound is really nice. Let's see if there's a Chog in here. It'd be funny if there is, just to show
You
it.
bring it to Comic-Con.
I
Because
would.
it's 50, you know.
Nope, no Chog. And you think I remember this because I read this issue. No, there's no. I love this picture though of Agent Cho with Poyo's head on. That was awesome. I love how he had to eat Poyo. That was hilarious. And that's what his sister told him in the issues further back. It was hilarious. So I did get my issue number 50, single issue. All right, so before we get into any San Diego Comic-Con news, I want you guys to know that when we do San Diego, I have to have it on the Nook, so I can't answer comments yet. However, any news that you liked, feel free to leave in the comments below what your favorite news piece was, and if we don't talk about it, we will talk about it. Anything you'd like to ask us about our opinions on certain news, anything that you'd like to get our opinion on in general, feel free to leave it in the comments below. Once I go through the news pieces we want to talk about, I'll go into the comments and we'll definitely talk about any comments for any news pieces that we didn't discuss. So any news that you'd like to highlight, feel free right now to leave it in the comments below. I'll mention this again as we move forward with the news pieces because I don't know if anybody's going to come on halfway through. But anyway, the first piece of news, we talked about it on Zone 4, the first couple of pieces of news. IDW's Back to the Future comic, the next crossover, which is Batman Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and the G.I. Joe Street Fighter crossover. IDW is really crossing over a lot of franchises. They're crossing over Udon, then they're crossing over to DC.
Yeah, they're reaching out to a lot of places, IDW.
I know. And now they've got the movie franchise Back to the Future.
Now that's something that's really... the origin story about how he met Doc is something that really sparked everyone's interest because we never actually got a full story of
we never found out how they
Marty
met.
Doc. I mean, it was always like saying, you know, like, oh, Marty, this and that.
It's your kids.
In the end. I knew you were going to say that's like...
It's your kids, Marty.
Yeah. And,
your kids are sex objects.
And then the third movie we don't talk about. But...
what?
The one
What's wrong with the third movie?
Didn't you say it was kind of a little slow?
No. What was wrong with the Western?
Or was it someone else that told me?
You're thinking about the Superman movies, and that was 4.
No, that was 4. I know that. I can't remember.
I don't know you
anymore. Anyway.
Yeah, anyway, you better move on.
It's a good segment story that they're going to bring into
You're a good segment story. That's what you are.
I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of another movie. Whatever. Because today I'm just...
Move! Okay.
Anyway. Beside the point.
Besides your point, yeah.
It will be very interesting to find out the story about that because it was never told.
I agree.
So,
and hopefully it'll be an ongoing series and not like the poster they showed will be the first couple issues like the Turtles. And then after that it'll move on and it'll go into different things. There was a cartoon series back in the 90s for it. So maybe
Back to the Future? Yeah.
So maybe they'll follow along those lines. As far as the G.I. Joe Street Fighter crossover, I love G.I. Joe. We both read Street Fighter. Hopefully this will push Udon to make a new Street Fighter comic, but I'm excited for it. Snake Eyes, Ryu, Ken, everybody.
All those other characters, yeah.
Bison with
Let's hope he doesn't say this is delicious.
Cobra. Why did Cobra leave my mind? Yeah.
I was just saying, hopefully Bison won't do the whole "this is delicious" like the whole Street Fighter cartoon, because that was weird. The Street Fighter cartoon.
Yeah, I don't know why I have them on this live show either.
The cartoon. Have you ever seen?
I've seen the cartoon.
Yeah.
We don't talk about the cartoon. We have the 25th anniversary Blu-ray. Remember?
Oh yeah.
We have all of it now.
Yeah, but it would be nice to see you, Don, bring back the Street Fighter comic books because it's
gorgeous artwork.
You know, and with Street Fighter 5 that's coming out next year, I thought maybe what happened?
I bumped my.
Oh.
You keep going.
I thought that maybe it would give them the initiative saying, Super Street Fighter 5 is coming
Super
out.
Street Fighter 5.
It's a Super Street Fighter.
With stupidly duper. Oh, I spit on myself. Oh.
Very nice, Daffy. Suffering Succotash and all that stuff. You know how they spit out stuff?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. But beside the point, I thought maybe after they heard about that they would make at least like a little mini series, like you know the ones I collected.
Yeah.
The volumes. I can't remember what volume it was.
Whatever it was, keep going.
Yeah. I thought maybe they could do that as a special edition. Yeah. But they have appeared, and I don't want to give any away in a comic book that I showed you.
Finally.
Yeah, finally.
Freaking finally.
But
Flipping
I'll
finally.
save that for the review for a Comic Frontline because there's one comic book.
Yeah,
probably already know what it is.
So, other pieces of news was. Oh wait, before that, the Turtles and Batman. Now, apparently, Krang is going to send the Turtles through a portal to DC Comics. Now, my one thing is, and it's not a knock because you guys know how I am with the Turtles. The one thing that kind of I wish they would have figured a different way, but I guess you couldn't really. When they did Ghostbusters, they accidentally fell through a portal, which sent them through another dimension. And what happened now is Krang is doing the same thing, sort of. He's pushing them through a portal, the Turtles and Shredder, into another dimension. This time Shredder's going with them, and then Batman, the Rogues, and the Rivals, everything's going to go crazy in the DC universe. It's all going to be in IDW, though. IDW is making the comic book. Pardon the fireworks, Coney Island fireworks. Even though we live in Sheep's Bay, go figure. I don't know. I guess moving away from the part where they get thrown into another dimension and now they got to figure out a way back. It still sounds. I always wanted to see. I mean, I have Batman crossing over with Spider-Man. I've got Batman crossing over with Spawn on the other wall. So I think the concept's really good, and I also hope that it's the Batman, Bruce Batman, not Commissioner Gordon Batman.
Well, they're not gonna do Commissioner Gordon for IDW. They want to stick with the original
Classic?
program and then the classic.
The original program. Original.
Yeah.
Transformers is going to be on
Yes.
what do you call Machinima, which I think Machinima is really building up. When we started watching Machinima, it was straight
Halo, wasn't it?
Yeah, Red versus Rooster
Yeah,
Teeth. Red versus Blue.
Yeah, I was right.
So I'm glad that they're really expanding. Maybe one day Machinima will be like Netflix. Obviously you'll have to pay for it, but they're really building up nicely, and I'm very happy. And what's the word I'm looking for? I'm very happy that they're getting so much success now, and I really think that their turtle. I think that their Transformers series is going to do really well, also.
Indeed. And there was also another piece of news that we shared on Comic Frontline, which is the Assassin's Creed comic book.
The Ass Creed, yeah.
Yeah, and it's going to be coming out. So there
I'm
were
excited.
a lot of games that have been coming out ever since. Like, when was the last time they did an Assassin's Creed book? Like, it was.
I think they did
right?
I think they did a graphic novel around Black Flag.
Yeah, because I remember they were advertising about that, but with the other games that have come out and with a huge success that's been in the gaming industry, it's actually
I would say. All right, finish your thing.
I'm just saying. I'm actually, I couldn't believe that they were going to be in the comic books because I mean it is a great game, and I'm glad that they're going to be in the comic book. And who knows what other surprises will be in the comic book that maybe we have or haven't seen in the video games of the Assassin's Creed series.
The only thing when you say that it's a really great series, I will say Assassin's Creed is a good game series. I'm not going to knock it. But there were times where it's like, I think we need to start ending the game. I think the series has to find its. I mean, yes, there's infinite time, there's infinite characters. Originally, though, there was supposed to be an end game where they find the golden apple. The main character of the first 3 games or 4 games dies, and they move on to new people now. Okay, fine, whatever. But at the same time, I don't know if. I mean, I hope. I've been getting all the Assassin's Creed games up to this point, but I don't know if it really can. It's not like a Call of Duty.
No, it isn't.
I mean, I love the game. I enjoy it. You know, the whole aspect of Assassin's Creed is great, but when is it, okay, we've done this a million times in a million different other cities. Grand Theft Auto is only up to number 5, and we started with Grand Theft Auto 3. 3, Vice City, San Andreas, 4, and now 5. And 4 was a copy of Brooklyn and New York.
Well, Coney Island part of it.
That's where my house is.
Yeah.
So I don't know. At least Grand Theft Auto 5 picked up a little bit.
From what I heard, yeah.
We haven't played. Time is not something that's on our side a lot of the time.
Not a lot of time.
But if we ever do, I'm sure we'll like it a lot better than 4. And I never played I stopped at San Andreas. No.
Oh, I beat San Andreas.
I just didn't like it. Yeah, he beat it. And now.
Oh, believe me, there was some missions that were so frustrating that I wanted to go.
Now, I want to read this, so you could go ahead and talk for a minute about it. I want to read this. Hold on.
Talk about what, the San Andreas?
No, the Assassin's Creed comic.
Oh, no.
Or if you want to talk about San Andreas.
No, I mean, Assassin's Creed is really a topic I want because the San Diego Comic-Con we're talking about after all. So I'm really excited about this series that's coming out. I'm sure for those of you who have played the game series that was after they stopped, that maybe you guys will be picking this up as well. But it's really interesting what they're bringing.
All right, now, I had to read this to make sure I was right. Now, there were 2 comic books mentioned that really hit close to home for me. As you can see, my favorite superhero. 2. One is with Neil Adams. He's going to be doing Coming of the Supermen, and it pits Superman up against Darkseid and Calabac. How many times? Darkseid, Brainiac. Darkseid, Brainiac. It's like a 2-punch. Darkseid, Brainiac. Then we go back to Brainiac and go back to Darkseid.
What about Metallo? Why couldn't you throw him in the mix?
They did try Metallo in an annual.
What's with the kryptonite that he has?
I don't know. I just would like to see another supervillain. Somebody else.
Ultraman? From the Crime Syndicate?
Anybody at this point would be fine.
Maybe the Crime Syndicate would be a good team.
But anyway, it's going to pit Superman against Darkseid and his son Calabac. But this time he has help from an unlikely place. 3 national heroes from the city of Kandor, which I'm guessing probably it's going to be Nightwing, Flamebird, or I don't know. I don't want to take guesses. Who sees Superman as a legend. Even Superman's archenemy Lex Luthor is forced to ally himself with these heroes to prevent Darkseid from laying waste to the universe.
Now, see, that's the thing. They're making Lex, and I'm just saying this as a critique, they're making Lex Luthor turn into more of an anti-hero to a hero than a villain.
Which I'm okay with, because
I don't know, don't you kind of feel weird after the whole Superman that you've read?
After watching Smallville, after watching Smallville, I feel like Lex Luthor had the potential, maybe not to be a hero, by far never, but he had the potential and the personality. If he set aside his differences with Superman or the way he felt about Superman, yes, he could hate Superman, but he doesn't have to be the supervillain. There are so many others. He could still be Superman's arch rival while still doing good. He could hate Superman. Maybe he's planning Superman's demise, but at the same time, he's doing other things that are good.
Yeah, that's true.
But that would still make him a supervillain. Now that I said it, it came out of my mouth, and I'm thinking about it.
I was just
maybe if he just forgot about taking out Superman and just ignored him or just hated him, but still didn't do anything to him, like what they're doing in the New 52. It's hard because you're so used to seeing Lex Luthor as the villain.
That's what I was saying. After reading all the years of Superman of Lex Luthor being a villain, like just seeing it like this doesn't kind of give you a little, weird. I mean, some people could turn over a new leaf. Don't get me wrong. I mean, maybe that's
Lex Luthor, turn over a new leaf. Never hear that.
Not saying no. I didn't say just for Lex Luthor. I said possibly
processing.
Access memory. Yeah, possibly that's what they want to do for his character. But in all sense, you know, that's the way we've been seeing it since Gods Among Us. He's been teaming with the Justice League,
Very true.
and then all of a sudden now, with the whole Trinity War thing that happened, I think it was Team Trinity War, wasn't it? I think he was teaming up.
No, he came out in Forever Evil.
Right, Forever Evil. That's what it was. Forever
Trinity
Evil.
War set.
It was
made the
before
superheroes
that.
disappear.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, Forever Evil.
All right, I'll go back to Superman because obviously they came out separate times. The next two things that are from DC were Batman and Robin Eternal, and Robin War. Robin War, I'm gonna say just this when it comes to Robin War. Robin War, it depends. That's miniseries, which it's only one book a week for the 5 weeks of I think December. Yes, maybe if it's light, we'll grab it.
Yeah, because they have a lot of books that are coming out.
If not, we won't. But I don't read 2 out of the 5 books that are going to be in this crossover. As far as Batman and Robin Eternal, it's a 6-month series. It's not a 52 issue. So that's a plus right there. They're only doing it for 6 months. So 6 times 4 is what?
24.
Yeah, let's say 25 because, you know, some weeks, some Wednesdays, some months have. Let's say 26 to be safe. Half of 52. What's half of 52?
That's actually 21.
Well, half of 50 is 25. So 26. 26 issues.
Right, yeah.
About 26 issues. So we'll see. Again, it all depends on this. But I'm not really interested in Cassandra Cain, but I do like that they're going to explore a little bit of Dick Grayson, and this might be some major news for Dick Grayson that develops in this book. I don't know. We'll see. Here it is. Now, this book, everybody thought I'd be happy about it, and I am happy for this Superman book. I am. Don't get me wrong. I am. But, and I want to get it up. Okay. My one worry with this book, and I will show you once I get the picture up.
Is it what I think you're gonna...
Yes. It's... You bastard. Come on.
It's that.
And...
Let's prepare an image.
No, it froze
Or
out.
maybe not. Well, do you want to give it...
I got it. It's Superman, Lois, and Clark, issue number 1. It's an ongoing series, and it has, following the epic events of Convergence, here are the adventures of the last son and daughter of Krypton and Earth as they try to survive in a world not their own, but can they keep this world from suffering the same fate as their own? Can this Superman stop the villains? I zoomed in. The villains he once fought before they are created on this world. What is Intergang, and why does Lois's discovery of it place everyone she loves in jeopardy? And what will happen when their 9-year-old son learns the true identity of his parents? Now, I'm going to zoom in on this picture since I can't get it. The one thing I don't like, first of all, is the costume redo. Obviously, DC felt, hey, we got the new 52 going on. We've got a good costume. Let's exploit the son of a bitch. So here's the new costume. And apparently Superman has a beard now. And that is his son. I like that they went with a cross between when Superman lost his powers and he was in the black and silver costume. And
wasn't he in the black and silver when he came back from the dead against Doomsday?
Yes. But it's a cross between that and the new 52 Superman costume. So I'm iffy. Just a little bit about that. But
I think the costume...
It sounds interesting. I'm not going to lie. It sounds interesting.
Yeah, it sounds interesting.
I'm just nervous because they haven't touched on that Superman in over 4 years. So I'm nervous, to say the least. And I apologize for the thing freezing out. I think that I've lost my place, and I think that I'm. Oh, The Killing Joke might become an animated DVD movie, which is good. The Batman versus Superman footage.
Oh,
This I feel I can talk about. You guys know me in movies. You guys know me in TV. We don't mesh, but I'm verbal about two things: Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which there was no news on, and Superman. Superman v Batman is coming out soon, and they released a bigger trailer.
Right.
And it showcased Wonder Woman. It showcased Lex Luthor, Kryptonite, and it gave you a little bit more of a background story to Batman. A lot of people left a lot of things out there when Man of Steel happened. They're like, Superman's fighting Zod. People are getting hurt. Cities are exploding, but Superman doesn't care. All he's facing off is Zod. Enter Batman. I think Batman is the answer to why people were upset about what Superman was doing. Superman didn't care that buildings were blowing up, that Zod's, all this stuff was happening around him. Half of Metropolis was taken out. But I think Batman is going to be like the kind of splash of cold water saying, you know what happened? Do you understand what you did when you fought Zod and you didn't care about the people around you? People died. And that's what they showed in the trailer. In the movie, we saw Wayne Enterprise.
We did.
And we saw the building go down. And ironically, that's going to be in the movie as a flashback. And Bruce was there. And I must say, as much as I was iffy about Ben Affleck, he really looked a good part for Batman in that trailer. I think he looked good. Now, I was very happy. I liked a lot of what they showed in the trailer. I liked what that little segment with the mom where she's like, either give them everything you are or give them nothing. You owe the world nothing. You've done your share. You've done what you needed to do. That was, and I'm sure there's more to it. They only took the highlight of that conversation, but when she said that, I'm like, that's Martha Kent. That's what they need to put in the comic books. And they need to put Jonathan back also. But I feel like that statement really brought Clark a little bit more humanity and a little bit more. You see that the mom is trying to be a part of what's going on with Superman. Also, you get to see a little scene with Clark Kent. All of it good. Then Jesse Eisenberg, his scene. He sticks out, and I know we said this, but he sticks out like a sore thumb. This was not his movie. I'm sorry. No way. And I'm sorry, the red coats are coming. Or I'm not the red coats, the red capes are coming off of the red coats, which was, you guys know, the Boston, the why do I have to explain this? The war between us and Britain. The red coats are coming, remember? They were riding
the
Boston
Revolution?
Yep. Anyway, beside the point.
I can't remember that.
You lost it, but yeah. The American Revolution.
Yeah, the
red coats are coming. The red coats are coming. And then they had Jesse Eisenberg.
And then we poured the tea into the water and all that.
Was okay, I'm not going to get into this. This is not a history class.
History?
The red capes are coming is what Jesse Eisenberg's character said.
Okay, just
I hope that he's not really Lex Luthor. I hope that he is a Luthor, but not Lex Luthor. I hope he dies and the real Lex Luthor comes out. That would be good.
Didn't we have someone named Julian Lex Luthor?
No, that was yeah, that's right. He did have a brother.
It could be his brother, because that could be a little bit of a twist of things. Think about that. And that was on
I'd be happy with that. I would be happy with that. You're right. That's why I remembered. I could live with that.
Yeah.
But Jesse Eisenberg does not belong in this movie. And you guys know how much I nitpicked Man of Steel. I nitpicked it to death. But this movie looks interesting. I still don't like the dark tone. But DC Comics movie execs said this is what they want. They understand it's a darker, edgier tone, but this is the goal for their movies. That's why Aquaman looks like somebody out of a Gothic show. It's like Iron Man. It's like Aquaman walked in and then got maked up and gothicked out and then came back out again.
And there was a one.
Not speaking against gothic people. Look, whatever, but blonde hair, golden and green trunks, to Blackbeard the Pirate, Aquaman version.
That's
Bad.
very. And what about the Wonder Woman cameo too that appeared in the Superman Batman?
I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
She surprised
I
me.
think the movie's gonna bring some great things to it because even the Batman Superman thing. I mean that fight. I mean the first trailer we just got that confrontation.
Can you bleed?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna make you bleed. And then you got Shia LaBeouf in the background. Just do it. Do it.
And then,
I'm sorry. That stupid thing is everywhere now.
I know. I hear it everywhere.
There was a Dragon Ball Z when Goku went Super Saiyan for the first time. He just got Shia LaBeouf in the background going, "Do it!"
Oh, I didn't see that.
Oh,
You gotta send
it was
to me.
trending on Facebook. It was hilarious.
Oh, I gotta go on YouTube. Yeah, but anyway, the movie had lots of like interesting, but also action-packed stuff with Superman versus Batman, kind of just meeting up with each other and saying, "So you're Superman, you're Batman." Well, and then it just cuts off there. They
Well,
showed
prefer.
like how they collide and then they go white screen, so it's like prefer. That's why I call it.
Prefer. Okay.
But they actually showed some brief fighting action of that, and I gotta be honest with you. The one thing I did not see, and I'm not sure if you saw it, of Batman using kryptonite.
We did see kryptonite in general, though.
We did see the kryptonite in general, but Batman, remember, when they fought each other, Batman knew he wasn't a match for Superman, so when he did his research, he found out that kryptonite was his weakness and used it against him to his advantage. So you gotta see, you know.
Don't mind me. I'm actually going on YouTube now, guys, because we've talked
see
about
that.
all the. There's only one other thing I need to know your opinion on.
What?
Spider-Man and Deadpool, the ongoing
Oh.
series.
Yeah.
You got to share your thoughts.
Okay. Spider-Man and Deadpool. Now, we all know that Spider-Man and Deadpool were, I guess, partially...
I turned the volume off on this. There, go ahead.
Yeah. Deadpool likes Spider-Man, but Spider-Man doesn't like Deadpool. And the way that they do their superhero stuff, Deadpool kills people
Oh wow!
with guns.
I have to say this because I'm really honored to read this one. I can't read your name. I'm sorry. I will show your name just so that people know, so you know who you are. This is who you are. But it says hi from Russia, guys.
Hi.
Thank you for tuning in. That's awesome. I'm
That
sorry.
is
I just wanted to say hi to that comment. I know there are other highs. I will get to your guys' comments. There's a lot of comments, and we will get through them in a moment. But hi, thank you. I'm really happy you're enjoying the show.
Yeah. But I don't know, like, Deadpool kills people. And Spider-Man, he doesn't because he brings people to justice. I really don't know if their whole thing of teaming up is going to work out.
I give it a year. I give it 12 issues.
Maybe 12 issues. I mean, I'll take a look at it because it does have my favorite superhero, which is Spider-Man.
Yes.
And Deadpool, that's the thing, some of the Deadpool comics that I've read, like the Deadpool I read before, was going good and then it got a little eh. And the recent Miss Deadpool, forget it. It was
Mike dropped it.
It was going so well and I don't know what happened. They just dropped everything. I don't know. But
They dropped the chog.
and they dropped it and they dropped it Dirk too.
Hashtag chog. That's the hashtag of the
And don't
night.
drop your Dirk either, but beside the point.
You kill every joke.
It's don't drop that Dirk. Do you
I'm gonna
ever
dirk
see that?
dirk your face.
Hershey Dirk that. But anyway, I just don't. I hope that with Deadpool in it, they don't. Because you know how in every end of the issue, Deadpool always comes up with something that was like, oh, hey, this was just a dream, or hey, maybe this would have happened if this and that happened. Because we all know how Deadpool plays his mind games and stuff like that. But it's something I want to check out, but I just hope it just doesn't lower my expectations of it being, like, as promised, good to just go into that downward slope. Because that's not what I like to see in the comic books. And don't get me wrong, every comic book I'm reading, I'm going into a positive attitude. But if I do not like what I see story-wise and artwork especially, if that's going to be the case, then I'm going to let it go and drop it. And then that's it.
It's fair. That's a fair thing. You know, the very few physical books that I will get no matter what. Let's say we go to the point where we have a $20, you know, cutoff. Will always be Superman. Will always be Spider-Man. Will always be Justice League. And
Teen Titans?
no, there's also indie books that we get. Remember, Turtles.
And the Ghostbusters I guess. But, yeah.
But anyway, all right. Let's get into your guys' comments because there are a lot.
Oh,
A lot. And they're all mixed in. So I'm going to try my best to catch everybody. So anyone who's here, I promise we're going to get to all of them now. They're going to be out of order, but we're going to get to them. I'm going from the bottom to the top because they don't know how to put these in order. So, Jeremy, yo. Hi, Jeremy. Great to have you on here. Love having you on here every week. Second one, Lex always saw himself a good guy, but his ego and inferiority complex with Superman always blinded him to helping humanity. It's like All-Star Superman said, Lex could help humanity anytime he wanted, but he didn't. But now I agree. If he got over that complex, though, and he actually did help humanity, but still had his hatred for Superman, I think that would make for an interesting concept, even if it was just for a little while, and then he went back to his old cuckoo complex ways. You guys should check out the manga's called Boku, No Hero and One Punch. Man, they are great series that play on the superhero genre.
I should ask Ellie if she knows about that.
Mike, you could ask Ellie. With me, I have a hard time reading from back to front instead of front to back. I'm very American that way. I know
We're
it
used
sucks.
to it because of the comics.
I do have mangas, and I do read them from time to time.
You got the Legend
Just
of
take
Zelda.
a while. Oh, yes,
Yeah.
I do. I love the Legends of Zelda. I am a huge Zelda fan, so
Well, Link, really.
best character in the game.
Push.
Tevia, any opinions on the Deadpool trailer? Oh my God, yes, Tevia. Yes, I saw it. There was a Deadpool trailer that was released at New York Comic Con. Now, I don't know if they officially released it. I saw one that somebody recorded at the panel.
Okay.
That movie is going to be off the hook amazing.
Really?
Yes. It's going to go the way the comic went. And what happens is, you know, the guy that's playing, I forgot his name now. Wow, I had it and then I lost it. Who played?
Wade.
No, yes, Wade.
Oh, you mean the person who played in the one that played the Green?
Yeah, what's his name?
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds. They went the route where he looked great, and then he went for the thing to get the healing factor. And now I love how, and I'm so sorry if anybody takes offense to this. But this was in the trailer, but he's like, "What do I look like to you now?" He's like, "You look like a burnt testicle." I'm telling you, this movie is going to be hilarious and awesome at the same time.
But weren't there some people who said that Ryan Reynolds was kind of iffy?
No, he works it.
He does work.
Good.
No, I'm agreeing with you. He does work it.
The trailer looked awesome. The action, I don't know. I mean, maybe at the convention they let it go, but there was a lot of cursing in the convention trailer. If there's an official one, I know they cut the
It's got to be at least rated R because it sure.
I think it's rated R because it is rated R because of the violence and the
nudity?
there is no nudity, graphic content.
Oh, okay. Well, when things are rated R,
And I'm sorry, testicle. I'm sure there is sexual references.
Well, if it's rated R, usually there is that. Just saying.
So
I gotta
Tevia,
look at that.
I'm excited for it. I don't know if you are, and you probably did say
You're
you
making
were.
me
or
look
weren't.
up so many videos tonight after the live show.
Nick, I saw other ones from Nick. Okay, and yeah, there's some more from Tevye also. Okay, Nick, did you guys get Hawkeye 22? I read it. Was awesome issue. Yes. I didn't read it yet, so I can't give an opinion. Any opinion on Spider-Man news that we are going to get a new Spider-Man 2099 series with the new suit? Yes. And I loved it. The new suit looks awesome. I know, Tevye, that you didn't like it, or somebody who was on Frontline didn't like it. But it was Tevye that didn't like it. I like it as a concept. Will they keep it? Won't they keep it? I don't know, but I liked it. I thought it was interesting. If you want, you can go grab the magazine. It's in the living room, and I can show the suit off. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, I know they're going for a new direction with 2099. Obviously, Miguel is going to be in 2099 again, so I don't know. The concept really interested me, so even if it's temporary, it's something new. I know you don't mess with something that's been around for a while, but I don't know. Sometimes a little fresh twist makes things interesting, but if it sticks or not is another story. Oh, let's see. Where are you? There we go. There's a new concept. I'm really down with it. I think it's nice. I don't know. For me, the one problem I had with the original 2099 Spider-Man costume was the skull. The spider skull. It just didn't... I didn't like it. I don't know why, but it just... I like the costume in a whole, but that skull spider, it made me think, okay, you're the Punisher Spider-Man.
Yeah, the skull.
So, I don't know. That was just me. I guess we'll have to wait and see how the series goes. Maybe they'll go back to the old costume. It might just be... Remember Big Time? The costume lasted one story arc, and then they went right back to the original one. So, I'm not too sure the costume is staying yet. And then Tevye said, but General Zod was going to destroy the Earth. I know that. But, again, the Phantom Zone, even if it wasn't available, there should have been another option instead of the neck snap. But, again, that's something that...
Covering his eyes.
Okay. Mike T. Hi, Mike.
Oh,
the first time Mike T's actually been on here, for a while at least. Assassin's Creed comic book. Yeah. What era are they covering? Or are they doing out to he gives the list of all the characters. Did they say anything? And I kind of agree with Chris, and you guys know how much I love Assassin's Creed, but the last game I still haven't beaten, and I normally beat them in a few months. Mike, I think they're going to be going with a different character. I don't think they're going to be following the video game as much as they'll be following the franchise, kind of like Halo Escalation, where it is in the Halo universe. The Master Chief was in it, but they're focusing on other characters instead of the Master Chief to kind of build up the mythos. So I think they're going to be focusing on different assassins instead of... I would love to read an Ezio book, and I'm sure one of the graphic novels had Ezio in it, but they're going in a brand new character direction. Oh, okay. What is your guys' view on the new Blade ongoing series? I have none. I'm not a Blade fan. I really don't care.
I watched the movie.
That's about all he did.
Well, the first and second one. And the one with Triple H was really cool.
Yeah, but again, I'm not a Blade fan, so
well,
I have no offense to Blade or Blade fans. I have no opinion. I don't care. I want pre-New 52 Superman back, alive and kicking. I also want Tim Drake back as Robin too. I agree, Tevye. I miss a lot of those things. Yeah, we talked about a possible Flash cameo. I don't know if there's going to be a Flash cameo in Batman versus Superman. Mike T was saying it.
I didn't see that. It was a Flash cameo?
He says there was a theatrical trailer, so maybe. I don't know.
Oh, maybe I didn't see that part.
Any opinion on the Suicide Squad movie? Yes. I'm not going to be watching it. Moving on.
No.
Mike T. This was obviously an early one. What's up, guys? Been reading the new Batman. Surprisingly, I don't hate it. Have you enjoyed new Superman and Batman? I've ordered all the issues of Truth and Justice and the American Way storyline going on. Also, Batman versus Superman. Okay, he talked about the trailer again. I'm not really enjoying the new Superman. I'm enjoying the storyline. Hopefully it won't stick. You know, the character won't stick that way when all is said and done. What's your guys' favorite Batman villain besides the Joker?
Not Scarecrow.
That Scarecrow's all right.
The Freeze guy. Oh,
Mr.
God.
Freeze?
Mr. Freeze.
The Freeze guy. Freezer.
Yeah, let's go with that. But yeah, Mr. Freeze is a good villain, along with Poison Ivy.
Red Hood. Red Hood was another one I liked.
Red Hood, yeah.
Penguin, if done right, and
Not much of Bane.
Bane.
Oh, Bane. I will break your Batman.
Not that Bane.
Oh. No, every time I think Bane, I think of that, you know, because it's funny. But like I said, Scarecrow was an alright one.
And then Tevye said, why are they making Lex Luthor a good guy? Why is this stupid and a waste of time? It's a new concept, Tevye. I would give it a shot.
Yeah.
Thoughts on Batman, The Killing Joke being turned into a cartoon film? I mentioned that. Any opinions on the Resident Evil series as a whole? Comparison to the live-action series? Just wondering because, in my opinion, I thought the Resident Evil movies as a whole, while they are bad, I will admit I do kind of enjoy them as a guilty pleasure. Okay. The game is awesome. The movies are okay also. I don't think they're, oh my God, I love Resident Evil's movies. But I have them too, and I watch them all. I think they're okay. And okay. And I highlight okay. And we got Nick saying, hi, guys. What's your guys' view on Ben Affleck not only starring in the next Batman movie, but also directing it and co-writing it with Jeff Johns? I think it's going to be interesting because Ben Affleck's going to be the character, so he's working with Jeff Johns.
Yeah. Enough
said, but I think it's good because you'll have a little bit of a collaboration between the actor and the writer. So it might make for a really great movie, and hopefully it'll be a good solo Batman movie. Tevye, any opinions on Superman pre-New 52? Because in my opinion, I'm so happy he's back alive. We talked about that. Question, opinions on Silver Surfer series? Because in my opinion, I think Dan Slott's writing for Silver Surfer is amazing. I'm going to cut off there and say I don't read Silver Surfer. I tried. It was okay. I'm just not a Silver Surfer fan. And then Jeremy actually replied and said, Dan Slott needs to leave Spidey, do other heroes for a while now. He's just throwing him through writer and screwing with his life. I agree. And then we got Mike T going, so that Superman you were talking about, that's your Superman from the old DCU? Just making sure. Yes, the Superman we were talking about a couple of minutes ago was from the old DCU. Tevye says, hello. Hi, Tevye. I know I'm going backwards. Any opinion on Batman Beyond comic series we have now? Because in my opinion, I hate it. Effing horrible. I want Terry McGinnis back. Damn it. I will say this. I have dropped the series. Enough said.
Yeah.
Dropped it like a hot potato. Do not want it anymore. So we spent a good hour talking about San Diego and doing comments. Feel free to continue commenting, but we'll go into, let's see, were there any books this week worth discussing? Well, 1872 surprised Michael, which I'm glad about. I'm keeping these out because we will be doing at least a few digital codes before the end of the show. Amazing Spider-Man Renew Your Vows number 2 was good. I will save this for a digital code. Mike dropped Miss Deadpool.
Don't even bother reading it.
Civil War surprised me, but it needs a little bit more. Starfire number 2, Michael liked a lot. 2099 was a really good series also. I'll save that for a digital download code. Batman Superman was all right. Inferno M.
No, it was great, Inferno.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
Spider Island. May Parker should have been in Spider-Verse, which also came out this week, but the artwork is starting to get to me. What else was worth? Justice League of America. I know a few people were asking me my opinion on it. This issue was lengthy in words and just whoa. I hope it bounces back from that. This was a great crossover. Star Trek Green Lantern issue number 1. The first crossover between IDW and DC Comics. Awesome stuff. I dropped Earth 2 Society. I can't take it no more. I can't stand it. I can't stand it anymore. It's just got me to the point now where it's like, so I'm done. And then The Walking Dead was another really great, surprising issue.
So out of all books, you have only 3, I think?
We have 3 digital books to give away today. I'm saving Amazing Spider-Man for last. So let's start with Michael's surprise book, which was 1872, number 1. Actually, I will be giving away Civil War. I put that down by mistake. I will be giving away Civil War number 1 and Spider Island number 1. So here is your code for 1872. Good luck to everybody in the comments. If you would like to redeem it, have fun with it. Hopefully you'll enjoy the comic as much as Michael did. Let me get the other 2 number 1s. Civil War. I wish DC would do this. It would make it so much fun. No, here it is.
Oh, that one? Oh. Oh, yeah, you're saving that one for last. That's right.
Yes. So let's do Spider Island #1 now. The artwork in the book was okay. I don't know how I feel about Flash Thompson being the head of the book. So let's see what you guys think. And feel free to let us know what you think of the book if you got it. I'm sorry I'm shaking tonight. Just pause the video. Enjoy your code.
All right.
Yeah, put it back. And I love how Spider-Man and Mary Jane are on the cover, but Spider-Man's dead and Mary Jane has disappeared completely.
Absolutely, yeah. But
final #1 will be I want to give away. I forgot to do this all this time, so I'm doing like a 3 in a row deal because I messed up and didn't do it from the beginning. So here's Civil War #1. The war never ends. Enjoy. Whoever gets it, congratulations. We still have 2 more books. Spidey 2099 and Amazing Spider-Man Renew Your Vows #2. Stay tuned and we will be giving those codes away. But let's see. Talked about San Diego. Talked about last week's
well,
books.
there was actually a San Diego Comic-Con trailer of the new season of Walking Dead that I did see.
Okay, go ahead because I don't
know, like they're kind of making Rick go a little bit crazy, I think. Sort of.
He did go crazy technically.
Well, he did in the prison and everything, but I don't know. And his friend that was going to see him, you know, I was talking about this with my girlfriend also about The Walking Dead. His friend was looking for him, but in the trailer, I don't know if it looked like that to you guys, but I think he's going to betray him this season because we don't know what happened before time while he was looking for Rick. Because he wanted to find him, but for what reason? To tell him something that happened to him, or was it like maybe a little bit of hullabaloo? Because it looked like he's going to betray him in the series, in this season.
I don't know.
But I do have to say though, there is going to be. I mean, you guys might have seen it. I knew the walkers were going to infest that little community.
Of course.
Because it always happens. It happened in Woodbury, and then it happened in that other place. Oh, God. Start with the letter T. Turnus? I can't remember. But, yeah. And now this season, it looks like it's going to be it's going to be 8 episodes starting on October 14th, I believe. I'm going to check the date to be sure because I did bookmark it. And then they're going to return in February again for another 8 episodes too. So it really looks. Oh, I think it's the 11th. With 18. Like it used
One
to
or
be
the
during
other.
a Comic-Con thing, but yeah. But beside the point. So I think it's going to go very great. I mean, I'm hoping to see some action. There were a lot of unexpected deaths last season. But, you know, and there's also this new one that's coming out, the Fear the Walking Dead.
Yeah, it's the
which
other
is a
series.
prelude before the zombie infestation, what happened before all this. So I'm going to be definitely looking into that. As far as the trailer goes, let's hope that Rick stays in the game because the way he's acting, he's going to get killed or lose a hand like he did in the comic books.
Maybe.
Because that's probably what led him into losing it. But we don't know yet.
I don't know.
So that's really all the news I have. Does anyone have an opinion about Walking Dead if you've seen the trailer? Or if you haven't yet, just watch it and comment below and let me know what your thoughts are.
All right, Spidey. God, I did it again. 2099 from Secret Wars, edition #3. Enjoy.
Oh, I thought you gave it to me. No.
At the end of the show, we'll give the last book away. I know we have other Marvel books, but I don't want to give away all of them because then it kind of takes up the whole end of the show, and I don't want to bore you guys with like code. I have to remember to start doing the codes from the beginning.
But I do have to say, though, the whole series of what's going on with the Secret Wars and the Battleground, you know, it's folding out to be a very nice series, and the stories, you know, they're turning out to be really good because there were some books that I got that I was saying like, okay, this book might not hold me, but some Marvel stories are actually really good. It's just the problem of the number ones that are like $4.99.
Oh, I know what we could talk about to kind of round out the show. Nintendo's president.
Oh yeah.
What's his name?
Satoru Iwata.
Iwata.
Yeah, unfortunately, guys, on Sunday when we were doing the Mario Kart 8 tournament before time.
Yeah, in the morning in Japan, he passed away from cancer. He lost to cancer.
Yeah, he was 55 years old, and I'm telling you,
that was wow.
The shockiest thing I have heard.
And we just saw him at E3. That's the crazy thing.
Yeah, and he looked great, and just to hear that, it was like really,
wow.
I mean, a Nintendo legend we've lost in this world.
Yeah, he actually was a gamer before he was a president. Like, his card said it all. He was a gamer. He believed he played the games. He worked in the games. He wasn't just a president overlooking it. He got involved with it, and that's what made Nintendo.
Yeah, that's what made Mario. That's what made Legend of Zelda and all the other Nintendo characters that we've loved over the years.
I really do hope that. I'm thinking about who will take over for him now, and
I'm
it has me
thinking
nervous.
Reggie probably, because Reggie and him.
He's for the He's USA Nintendo.
Oh, so he wouldn't be.
I don't think he would.
I don't know.
Maybe
him and Reggie were close with each other, from what I heard. Really.
I don't know.
Wasn't he in the Pixels movie with the whole Pac-Man?
No, that was somebody else.
Oh, I thought that was him.
No, I think that was somebody
else. Because that could have been in memorial to him of that. But
Pac-Man was Atari anyway before it was Nintendo, and he still is Namco, not Nintendo.
Right. But I mean, it was really sad. I mean, I don't know what's gonna, happen with all the Nintendo characters. I mean, there was a whole collage of his death, and it had Mario, Luigi crying, Pikachu from the first movie. I couldn't see it. It made me cry with them. Like,
it's sad when somebody like that dies. It's very sad. Like when Dusty died for me, Dusty Rhodes. That was
the American
very, very emotional time because I grew up with him.
And Ultimate Warrior too.
Ultimate Warrior was another one.
And Harold Ramis was another one.
That's Ghostbusters, yeah. And Robin Williams.
Oh my God, Robin Williams. And also Joan Rivers too.
That was what happened to Joan Rivers was messed up.
I mean, there's so many of these great people who we've grown up with and that we know just they're here one day and then the next thing you know we hear in the front news they're just gone. And
it's a sad. It's a sad time.
It is really a sad time.
All right, guys. So we're at the point of the show now where we're gonna round things out a bit. Well, we're not gonna. Don't run away. I mean, we're gonna still talk for a bit because I'm gonna do the comments again. But with this week's episode, we will be 2 weeks away. I believe. Best case scenario, we will have one more live show before 300. No, I'm thinking. Give me a minute. Because I need a calendar. Give me your calendar. Yeah. Because if I'm correct, I think I have 2 more weekends before. Yes.
Yeah.
So for the we're on the 17th.
Yeah.
Next week, we will have one episode until 300. The 31st is going to lead into the 300th comic review celebration. So, wait.
I'm in August now.
Okay.
Because I don't know if you want to say something about August.
Right. Because 8 is this week, 9 is next week, and then 300 is the following week. So, what we're going to do is, I think next week, there won't be a Dark Avenger Live. Don't quote me. I mean, maybe there will be. I might still have, maybe. If not, the 31st is going to open up the 300th comic review celebration weekend. And it is going to be a blast. We are going to start recording on the 24th for stuff that's going to come out on the 1st. There's a lot of videos we have planned. So there's a lot of stuff we got to pre-record But there will be some, like I said before, there will be some videos recorded. Like the announcements will all be recorded either the weekend or on Friday. Like I'll do all of them and then post all of them separate times.
I think you did that for 200 too, like separating
Right.
days.
So I think next week we're going to take a break, and episode 53 will be the prelude to 300, the setup, the opening to 300. And then we go into Saturday, which is where I'll start uploading videos for 300. I will be posting on Comic Frontline for the books that came out this past Wednesday, and I will be posting on Comic Frontline for the books that come out next Wednesday. The following week, no, I'm sorry, I'm wrong. I'll be posting on Comic Frontline this week's books. Next week, due to all the recording I'll be doing for 300, I think I'll be taking a week off from Comic Frontline because I'm going to be very busy setting up for 300. So I probably won't be around on Comic Frontline except for the Tuesday live show. But this week I will be. Next week I won't be due to recording everything. Michael will probably still have his stuff up because he's got to keep up with the Sonic and Mega Man.
Yeah, the World Unite, which is an every week thing. And however, though, I do want to give news on that. I did, however, find out about. I did get the. I'll just spoil this one book I did get.
He got the Sonic Battles book, and we
Right.
found out we missed out on the Mega Man one, so that's going to be put in our haul for
But I
next week.
actually thought of the decision, and I'm going to actually say that I'm going to do World Unite. I'm thinking of waiting to conclude the 12-part series of World Unite, and then after that, after I do part 12, I'll do a double kitty corner review of the Mega Man and Sonic. I was thinking wait until after World Unite and not do it during the middle of it, because when I did issue 0, I did it while issue 1 was out. So I thought maybe I should do the same thing for the Battles.
As long as Battle doesn't take place at a certain time. That's something to talk about later.
Well, yeah, I didn't read it yet.
Okay, so let's go back into the comments one more time before we round out, before we end the show. As always, guys, feel free to comment after we go live because we still will
Refresh it?
answer your comments in the comments below. You want me to refresh it? I can refresh it like this.
Yeah, because it still shows me doing that. You know, I always talk with my hands. You see, I'm doing it again. It's the old Italian ways.
Yes. The first Spidey 29 was very 90s. I agree. That was Nick. Chris, did you know the artist for Civil War also did the original Sin Tin for, I guess, tie-in for Avengers? No, I did not. That's interesting. I'm going.
Oh, I didn't know if there was something wrong with the...
Chris, are you getting Daredevil when Charles Soule takes over as the writer? Yes, I'm going to try it. If I don't like it, I won't continue it. Tevye, you've asked this question so many times, but I'll answer it again. Chris, I'm just wondering, why does Marvel hate Peter Parker so much?
Oh, my God.
Hate Peter Parker being married to his wife, Mary Jane, with his daughter, a.k.a. Annie Parker, alive and kicking. And if this comic sells well, then maybe, just maybe, we can have them alive and kicking post-Secret Wars. I don't know, Tevye. Maybe they did say there will be ramifications. Maybe it will lead Pete and MJ back together.
I hope.
Have you guys thought of doing a Teen Titans or a Titans retrospective along with Robin, Superboy, and Young Justice? Yes. I'm not going to say more than that right now. And there are reasons, Nick. Lots of reasons. Mike T, thoughts on DC announcing that Green Lantern movie coming out will have more than one Green Lantern? Which one would you like to see? Also, how do you feel about the number ones that came out for DC since the end of Convergence? Most of the number ones we aren't reading anymore, except for like 3. And as far as the Green Lantern Corps, I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully we get John Stewart and Kyle Rayner, but I think we're only going to get John Stewart and maybe Guy Gardner.
Maybe.
Oh. Any opinion on Pre-New 52 Teen Titans? Because in my opinion, I miss these characters so much, like Wally West, a.k.a. the real Flash, alive and kicking. Nightwing, Cyborg, Raven, Starfire as a team. I want them back. I hope maybe in the future, Nick. Wait, no, Tevia. Sorry. Maybe in the future, Tevia. Mike T, did you guys watch the Flash or Arrow shows? Any thoughts on Arrow now becoming Green Arrow and Flash season 2 having Barry, Wally, and Jay? Also, their big baddies is going to be Professor Zoom. I'm interested in Flash. I have to catch up with that. Arrow becoming Green Arrow, I think that's cool. I have the first season on DVD. I have not had a chance to watch it in forever. That's it. Let me just make sure. Yep, that's it. All right. So that's it, guys. That's all the comments I see. I will answer the rest of the comments in the comments below later. That's it for this live show.
Didn't you do the amazing?
Oh!
Yeah.
Michael just got us our last comic of the night.
Yeah. I was like saying, did he do it? Because I see it over there. I didn't know if he did.
I did not do it. Here is Amazing Spider-Man Renew Your Vows, issue number 2.
And I'm going to say this like I did in the beginning of the show. This is why you need me. I'll keep saying it because, you know, that's the truth. But do expect a lot of videos that are coming soon to you, along with my reviews for Comic Frontline and your review. Yeah. And because I guess we could talk about what's coming out, going on and stuff.
Well, we already did that on Tuesday's Frontline,
Yeah.
so I don't think we have to. I'm just really excited.
You must check. I'm sorry to interrupt you. You must check the Bros vs. I done Duroc 18 Wheel of Fortune because it got a huge hit and it's still going high, guys. Thank you so much.
We had a good time. We really had a good time.
really
We might do
have a
another
good
one.
time. And we might do another Bros versus or Bros team in respect to doing
Yes.
Bros versus.
Anyway, though,
Yeah.
I'm really excited for 300. I'm really taking this Friday off, guys, just so that I can start doing some videos. And also, I'm too tempted on these live shows to start giving announcements out. It was hard to bite my tongue during this live show because I know a few announcements that I know a few people might get a little excited for. So next week we'll probably take a break. It's 90% yes, so I'm letting you know now. Keep an eye on Twitter. And if there is a show, I will tweet about it next Friday night. But I think just for the sheer fact of 300 is only 2 weeks away, I might take a break next week just to start doing actual videos for 300. So if I change my mind, you guys will have a live show. I don't know what we'll talk about other than the comic books, but if there's some major news that breaks, maybe we'll do a shorter live show. Anyway, thank you guys so much for being here with us tonight. If you enjoyed it, please tell your friends so you come on and have fun. Don't forget to check out comicfrontline.com. I wish I could say related. Comic Related has shut its doors, and it's very sad to see Comic Related go, but Comic Related will be closing its doors. Comic Frontline will be continuing and carrying the baton forward into the coming years. But do check out comicfrontline.com. Got a lot of coverage on there. Check out zone4podcast.com. That's where myself, I am on there with Brent and everybody else from Zone 4 doing podcasts. Awesome website. Fell in love with Zone 4 before I became a part of it. Now that I'm a part of it, I love it even more. But I loved it regardless. It's an awesome podcast, even when I'm not on it. And Frontline Gaming Zone, where we try to do gaming every now and again. Michael's been really posting videos. We shot a lot of videos apparently since Michael's been posting still. Are you done yet?
Well, I've been done.
Okay, now
for
Michael's
a week
done.
now.
Michael's done, so we
Yeah,
got to
there
find more
might be
content.
another community play, possibly. So just
Sounds good. All right, so until then, guys, we love you guys. Thank you so much for being here with us tonight. Means the world to us. Love answering you guys' comments. That's why we do this live show each and every week, or whenever we have, we don't skip a week. But anyway, this is why we do it. We love doing it. We love you guys. Thank you again. I can't say we love you and thank you enough, but we do. That's why we do this. That's why 300, there's going to be really great announcements that all of you out there are going to love.
Awesome.
1, 2, or more of the announcements you might like. So until next time, everybody, take care and have a great weekend. And we'll see you guys really soon in the next video.
Later, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Have a great night.
Good night.